right? Welcome to E-class. Students, there are common the clashes between the people, among the people in the villages. All those phenomena are common, right? How are these problems, clashes or quarrels solved? So there is the system to be solved these clashes. Actually, today to solve these clashes, there is the police station and court. But in the olden days, in the ancient days, in every village, there was Gram Panchayat, Panch. Gram Panchayati. So, through Panchayat, problems were solved. Here in the story, one problem came forward the Panchayat. What was the problem? How was that solved? And who all involved in this process? Let's see in the lesson. Justice above self. The lesson Justice above self is written by Munshi Premchand. Munshi Premchand is the pseudonym of Dhanpat Roy. Pseudonym means pen name. Munshi Premchand is the famous writer in Hindi and Urdu literature. Any work you read, it gives you a social message. Social message always is about social events in Indian society. Right, students? Now let's see. Let's read the lesson. Justice above self. Justice above self. Which characters appear here? Juman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhary. Juman Sheikh. One character, Juman Sheikh and his wife, his old aunt, and Chaudhary, Algu Chaudhary. And finally, Sahu. These characters are most important in the lesson Justice above self. Right. Let me read the first paragraph. Juman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhary were good friends. Who were good friends? Juman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhary. So strong was their bond friendship that when either of them went away from the village, the other looked after his family. Both were greatly respected in the village. Right, students? Their bond of friendship was so strong. How strong it was that one of either friends went away from the village, the other looked after his home. And actually the entire village, they were well respected. Who are the two good friends here mentioned? First one, Juman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhary were the good friends. Who are the good friends? Right. Come to the transferred to him on the understanding that she would stay with him and he would look after her. The arrangement worked well for a couple of years, but thereafter the situation changed. Juman and his family were tired of the old relative. Juman became as indifferent to her as his wife, who grudged even the little food that the old lady needed for survival. She swallowed these insults along with her food for a few months. But patience has its limits. Students observe, Juman had an old aunt in his home. That old aunt had some property and she gave that property to Juman Sheikh on some understanding that she would stay with him and he should look after her. With what condition? On which condition? She gave her property to Juman Sheikh. She gave her property to Juman Sheikh on one condition that she would stay with him and he would look after her well throughout her life. But this arrangement was well in the beginning. For a couple of years, for 2 years, they lived happily. There was no any problem in this arrangement. But after 2 years, there appeared some problem in this arrangement. What? Juman Sheikh and his wife did not look after her well. They did not give sufficient food to her. They always insulted her. But she swallowed all these insults for a few months. Right. Up to what level? She kept the patience. She could tolerate all these insults with patience. Right? So, there are the limits for patience. Right, students? Now, there is one problem. The problem you understood properly in the relationship between Juman and old aunt. Right? Come to paragraph number 3. One day, she spoke to Juman. My son, it is now obvious that I am not wanted in your house. Kindly give me a monthly allowance so that I can set up a separate kitchen. One day, she spoke to Juman. My son, now I am not wanted in your house. Kindly give me a monthly allowance. I can set up a separate kitchen. I live separately. Who said so? Old aunt said to whom? Juman Sheikh. My wife knows best how to run the house. Be patient, said Juman Juman shamelessly. This made his aunt angry. What made his aunt angry? Juman Sheikh said that his wife knew best how to run the house, and he asked her to be patient. This made her angry, and she decided to take her case to the village panchayat. Now, that lady, old aunt, decided to take that case to the village panchayat. Now, one more question. Why did the old aunt decide to take the case to village panchayat? Because Juman Sheikh said to her that his wife knew best how to run the house. He asked her to be patient. This made her angry. So she decided to take the case to village panchayat. Come to paragraph number 4. The old lady went about meeting people explaining her case. Some sympathized with her, others laughed at her. A few others advised her to make it up with her nephew and his wife. At last, she came to Ulu Chaudhary and spoke to him. You know, Chachi, Juman is my best friend. How can I go against him? Ulu said. But is it right, my son, to keep mum and not say what you consider just and fair? Pleaded the old lady. Come to the panchayat and speak the truth, she said. Algu did not reply, but her words kept ringing in his ears. The old lady went about meeting so many people, explaining her case. She met some people, she explained her case. What were the reactions of the people to her explanation? Some people sympathized. Sympathize means felt sad, felt sorrow, sympathize, sympathize, feel sorrow or feel sad. Others laughed at her. Some people listened to her story and they just they laughed at her. A few others advised her to make it up with her, to make it up with her. Make it up. What is there? Make it up. Right. Okay. So one meaning for make up stop being angry with someone is there. So this is the make up. First meaning, stop being angry. Stop being angry with someone. So, the second definition, put on cosmetics. Next one, third one, invent a story. Invent a story. Right. Right, students. Make it up with her nephew. He is the nephew. Who is the nephew? Nephew. Right. Okay. What is the meaning of nephew? Right. Nephew, a son of one sibling. Nephew means a son of one's sibling. A son of one's sibling. Sibling, brother-in-law or sister-in-law. Brother-in-law or sister-in-law. Brother-in-law or sister-in-law. Here, so we can see, right, students, you somehow adjust with your nephew. This is the advice given by some people. Right, students? Somehow you adjust with your nephew and his wife. At last, finally, at last means finally, she came to home, Algu Chaudhary, and she spoke to him. She met Algu Chaudhary. She spoke to Algu Chaudhary. You know, Chachi, Juman is my best friend. Now, Algu Chaudhary is telling, Chachi. Who is Chachi here? Chachi is word aunt of Juman Sheikh. Chachi. Chachi. How does Algu Chaudhary call the word aunt of Juman Sheikh? Chachi. Who is Chachi here? Word aunt of Juman Sheikh. Word aunt of Juman Sheikh. Right. Chachi, I am. Juman is my best friend. How can I go against him? He is my best friend. I can't go against him. I can't say anything against him. Right? Algu said so. Now, what does she tell him? But is it right, my son? mum? Is it right to keep mum? Is it right to keep mum? Mum means silent. What is the meaning of mum? Mum means silent. Mum means silent. Right. Mum means silent. Is it right to keep mum? And not say what you consider just and fair. Is it just and fair? The way of looking after me? Pleaded the old lady. Pleaded. Pleaded. Right. Request. Right. Come to the panchayat and speak the truth. Come to the panchayat and speak the truth. Who said? Old aunt said. But her words, Algu did not reply. Did Algu reply anything? No, he did not reply anything. But her words kept ringing in his ears. They were ringing in his ears. Right. So questions are here. Share the responses. How was the bond of friendship between Jumman and Algu? Jumman and Algu, the friendship of Jumman and Algu was so strong that either of these two friends went away from the village, the other had to look after his home. Number 2. On what condition did Jumman's aunt transfer her property to him? Jumman's aunt transferred her property to him on the condition that he should look after her well throughout her life and she would stay with him. Question number 3. What did the aunt demand to set up a separate kitchen? What did the aunt demand to set up a separate kitchen? Jumman and his wife did not look after her well. In the beginning of 2 years, Jumman and his wife looked after her well. After 2 years, they did not look after her well. They ill-treated her. They did not treat her well. Then she grudged to give food to her. So, insults she swallowed every day. For that reason, so she decided to set up a separate kitchen. What made the old aunt angry? Jumman said to her that my wife knew best. My wife knows best how to run the house. Be patient. This made her angry. 5th. How did people react to the old lady when she went about explaining her plight? How did people react to the old lady when she went about explaining her plight? Some people sympathized with her. The old lady went about the village his wife. Right. Why did Algu Chaudhary say that he could not go against Jumman? Why did Algu Chaudhary say that he could not go against Jumman? Because Jumman was his best friend. For that reason, he could not go against him. Right. Part 2. The panchayat was held under the old banyan tree. Jumman stood up and said, "The voice of the punch is the voice of God. The voice of the punch is the voice of God. Let my aunt nominate the head punch. I will abide by her decision. I nominate Algu Chaudhary as the punch. The punch knows neither enemy nor friend," stated the old lady. "Fine," replied Jumman, hiding his joy over this unexpected piece of luck. Chachi, you are aware of my friendship with Jumman," said Algu. "Yes, but I also know that you will not kill your conscience for the sake of friendship. God lives in the heart of the punch, and his voice is the voice of God." And the old lady explained her case. Now, dear students, panchayat was held under the old banyan tree. Village people are being seated, and on the platform, the panchayat leaders. Actually, Jumman stood up and said, "Right, what did he say? The voice of the punch is the voice of God. The voice of the punch is the voice of God. Let my aunt nominate the head punch. I will abide by her decision." Abide by. What is the meaning of abide by? Means obey. I will abide by her decision. I will obey her decision. She now nominated some person. Who might be that person? Who is that person? Algu Chaudhary. I nominate Algu Chaudhary as the punch. The punch knows neither enemy nor friend. Punch knows neither enemy nor friend. Right, students? The punch knows neither enemy nor friend, she said. "Fine," he said, Jumman. Because Jumman, inside there is joy, because my friend is sitting on the platform. Always he gives the judgment for me, not against me. That feeling is there. Right? Yes. But I also know that you will not kill your conscience. The old aunt is telling. I also know you can't kill your conscience for the sake of friendship. God lives in the heart of punch, and his voice is the voice of God. His voice is the voice of God. His voice is the voice of God. Right? And the old lady explained her case. she explains her case. All the village people and Punch listen to my plight. Right, I gave my property to my nephew Juman on one condition that I would stay with him and he would look after me throughout my life. For in the beginning, for 2 years, he looked after me very well. After 2 years, started discrimination. After 2 years, his wife did not look after me. She couldn't give me food sufficiently. So every day I could experience the insults from my nephew and his wife. For that reason, I asked my nephew for a monthly allowance. So to establish a separate kitchen. But he said, my wife knows best how to run the house. Be patient. I got angry. For that reason, for justice, I have come here. She explained her case completely. Who explained her case completely? She explained her case completely. Right, students? I stop here. I continue in the next class. Thank you very much, dear students. This lesson and next justice poem is especially what schedule